game has any kind of elemental based fighting system. Me. Apply Pokemon logic. To be fair, Pokemon element logic is rooted in normal logic. Yeah. Everyone knows a wrestler's biggest weakness is the local pigeons. Go outside and try to suplex a bird. Tell me how bug resists fighting. Go outside and try to suplex a bug. It's October, so we must once again draw battle lines between those who like candy corn and those who do not. What battle line? Nobody likes candy corn. Candy corn is delicious, and so the lines are drawn. I always honestly wonder if people would be less anti-vax if the vaccine was like a pill you take or a nasal spray. So many people who are anti-vax are totally fine with taking other medicines, and it really does make me think if all these tough guy conspiracy types are actually just like a little scared of getting a little needle, lol. Whenever some prepper conspiracy gun nut conservative man talks about how evil vaccines are, in the back of my mind I'm always thinking, a little scare of needles, aren't you, baby boy? Behind every red-faced yelling man there's a little guy who just needs to be brave in front of the big scary doctor. Remember when Linguini brought a rat he found back to his apartment and got all embarrassed and was like, it's not much to the rat. Linguini is the only millennial character ever written correctly. Can someone please make a live action movie of My Immortal where the actors are forced to perform every line exactly how it was written? I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's alright. What's your name? I questioned. My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days, he grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I'm a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. Me. Goes to ocean. Me. Grabs a shark. Shark. A friendship between a time traveler and an immortal. Wherever the time traveler ends up, the immortal is there to catch him up to speed. I would read the crap out of this. Better yet, enemies to lovers. Tumblr. We want complex villains. Tumblr. But they can't do anything villainous or complex ever. My favorite quote on this is Lemony Snicket when a school district banned his book due to the marriage plot by the villain. He merely responded, I'm sorry, but I'm at a loss on how to write a villain that doesn't do villainous things. I never delete those porn bot DMs. Knowing me, I might need them someday. One day I'm giving Steph Sing 197 my credit card information just to feel something. You better, my love. The forbidden love between a Tumblr user and a porn bot. People with social anxiety hyping each other up like, OMG queen, you're looking very passive and unremarkable. I wouldn't spare you a second glance on the street. Learned an interesting thing today on this Arabic course. The original Arabic number system looked like this, the one we now use. It was designed so each character had the corresponding number of angles to the number. So the number 1 has 1 angle, 2 has 2 angles, 3 has 3, 0 has none etc. It is so obvious now. I've always assumed it's one of those things that just is, with no logical explanation. But here it is, perfectly simple and satisfying. My jaw is legit on the floor right about now. On a scale of 1 to Fallout fan who has the Confederate flag as an online icon and likes the Enclave, how bad is a reading comprehension and cognitive dissonance in your preferred piece of media's fan base? Metal Gear Solid fan who joins the military. Squid Game is so good because it's such an accurate portrayal of capitalism. It constantly feeds you the narrative that technically all the players are there due to their own free will and they're all equal. It also constantly pushes the idea that as long as they work hard and do their best they'll eventually get rewarded for it. It's fair. The thing is, they are not there because they want to be, but because they have to. And no, they are not equal at all. Each one of the games are based entirely on luck. It's almost never your fault when you lose. Rather it's just the system working against you. And yeah, in the end, yeah sure, you may get rich. You may just make it after all that hard work. But you definitely aren't going to get there without harming someone else in the process. Train. Celtic mythological creatures. Fricked up little guy. Fricked up horse. Woman dead. Woman wet. Woman dead wet. Wizard. List of available genders. Oh, there's a witch in these woods. Is she single? BRB going to ask the forest witch out on a date. My firstborn child has been stolen. Your wife taking care of your child is not stealing. Magic greater than guns. Wrong. Magic plus guns. Yes. Depression tips. Kill the gods and eat their flesh to rise above human chemicals into horrifying immortality. Sounds more feasible than just think positive. Hedonism as a concept is so dope, and y'all gotta unbrainwash your religious upbringing nostalgia and realize that life is about kicking back and eating grapes around a fire in nothing but a swimsuit and drinking margaritas. A little hedonism never hurt nobody. This post makes me want to rob you. What, and earn all of $10? Man, I think Milo Point was marching into a bank in a cow patterned crop top demanding to know why my card kept getting declined when I had $300 in my account, only for the man behind the counter to suck his teeth and carefully point out the negative sign in front of the 300. You guys really just don't check your freaking phones, huh? You don't give a frick and a half about your notifications. You just carry it around with you everywhere but don't actually go on it. Maybe someone texted you. Maybe you received an email. Maybe you need to take your daily Duolingo lesson. But no, you really just can't be bothered. Frick you. The Duolingo owl wrote this post. I hope the Timothy Chalamet Wonka movie succeeds, but like, in the way the Cat in the Hat movie succeeded in making the estate refuse to allow any more live-action adaptations, it's going to succeed in the Onslow way. By Phobos Apollo, god of prophecy, you will not speak this into existence on my post. Brontosaurus, this is the best thing ever. I really trust James from Team Rocket. He would treat me right. He'd steal your Pikachu. I'd let him. Frick, wrong gate. Don't feel bad if you're sensitive to negative feedback, because apparently after one particular bad review Hans Christian Andersen was found just sobbing while lying face down in the dirt. You left out the best part though. He was crying face down in the dirt in Charles Dickinson's yard. We need to stop normalizing owning boy toys because some of you really are not equipped to care for them properly. The lack of enrichment I see people giving their boy toys and the absolutely inadequate conditions they're being kept in is appalling. Do not get a boy toy if you're not willing to commit your time and energy towards caring for him. When did they give the Fruit Loops mascot realistic hands? His name is Toucan Sam. Sorry, yeah, I bet. Shouldn't you be grateful that I did the dirty work for you? I'm alive right now because I tried damn hard to stay alive. Netflix's Squid Game director Hwang Dong-hyuk. See, I don't get the whole Sang-woo apologist versus Sang-woo anti thing, because literally the point of the series is that like everyone else he's a desperate person lured under false pretenses into a life or death game who is doing what he can to survive. He's not an antagonist or a moral figure, he's a victim. Cho Sang-woo Seong-gi Hun Squid Game. That's literally being an apologist. Also, hell yeah, I killed that motherfucker, now say thank you isn't exactly a neutral statement. I swear this goddamn website is just Joker apologists with hotter jokers. How am I supposed to make creative funny text posts when nothing happens in my life at all? You just use a story from Sims and pretend it really happened to you. One time I was swimming but the pool ladders disappeared so I couldn't get out of the pool and I swam for 10 hours then died. Classic. I have HRE hopeless romantic energy. I have HRE Holy Roman Empire. Hamburgia. Tell me, Sarmatans, what does Mind Kingdom think of me? They appear to tolerate you, your grace. Marvelous. This makes me laugh so hard every time. I almost sent this to the chair of my department once. I get to upgrade my phone in 10 days. What should I get? I know this will bother unhealed adults, but the real world, more often than not, does give you second chances and do-overs. Very rarely are things set in stone, and people, especially young people, deserve to know that, because lauding the idea that they can never mess up, even once, does a lot more damage than good. Gotta admit that my favorite part of Irish folklore is that there's an island that appears only once every 7 years and is solely inhabited by giant bunnies and a wizard. Second favorite is that in 1999 the construction of a major motorway would have had to cut down a shrub that belonged to the ferry, so they just stopped the road's construction and rerouted it slightly to the left to avoid the bush. It was this one, the fairy tree, island's ugly and mystical bush, that rerouted a motorway. Actually, this is the funniest freaking title you could have given to an article about this. Friends with benefits can be considered homosexual. Autumn is really like, I brought you some sunlight from when you were 10. Didn't the world feel so bright to you then? I'll drench your hands in syrupy nostalgia, so everything you make is stained bittersweet. I'll ruffle your hair with an ice-kissed breeze. It'll be the kindest touch you've had in years. You finally feel like a part of something grander. I'm the last warm hand you hold before winter surrender. Puts my cold hands on your neck so you see how cold my hands are. New favorite conspiracy theory is that the lottery only exists to capture time travelers. I also now have a new favorite conspiracy theory. Me, a legal adult, when I grow up. Thinks about dick and silence. Are any of you aware that there's been 4 zebras loose in the Maryland suburbs for a month? Seriously, I cannot believe everyone isn't talking about this. 1 month later, 5 escaped zebras are still roaming the suburbs of Maryland. I feel like I'm going insane. There's been 5 not 4 zebras in Maryland, unaccounted for, and no one is talking about this. Me, I'm gonna start eating healthy. Also me, treat yourself one last time. You deserve it. Nurse, sir, you've been in a coma for 2 days. Patient, oh boy, I can't wait to check my Vine account. At a concert, me, I'm not gonna record anything. I wanna live in the moment. Lights at the arena goes out. Me. What are your views on ethics, epistemology, and metaphysics? I don't believe in any of that stuff. I just make posts. In a fight against anyone, I win. Even your mom. Knocked out in seconds, no problem. If you are a real man, you'd chop some tree down and make it into a love heart-shaped chopping board for me to chop all my vegetables on. If you can't do that and are interested in me, leave me alone. The second most freaked up part of the Folgers incest commercial is the brother is coming home from Africa and his reaction to the Folgers is finally, real coffee. I'm sorry, the what? Excuse me, what the frick? The Folgers what commercial? Excuse the Folgers what commercial? I was like you once. Okay, I think these are done. Straight up thought that was the shadow. I was like, where TF your foot at, dude? This is so scrambled, it looks like one of those AI generated images and my brain didn't process it for a minute. Calling characters with an unknown last name the name of the thing they're formed like Sans Undertale is very funny, but I think it's funnier when people do it with a character whose last name is very much known. Jesus Bible. Feminism has brainwashed young women to believe that wifehood, motherhood are optional stuff you can do later in life. Freeze your eggs, eat pray slut, etc. I need a shirt with eat pray slut on it. New live laugh love just dropped. Eat simply, pray often, slut deeply. Eat pray slut is deeply validating to me as a phrase. I'm so kind to my mutuals. Sometimes I don't block them even though they put those men from Supernatural on my dash. Gonna skip school but go to school anyway and steal my friend's lunch money during recess and have my other friend be accused of theft, but then he gets exonerated and becomes a lawyer. Do you think you'll be framed for murder and that lawyer friend will save you? Haha. Anyway, I can't wait for my supermodel girlfriend to come home from her trip. You should go to her place and see if she's back yet. LOL. Okay, I'm sure she definitely misses me. Her boyfriend. Oh no. I'm absolutely terrified of elevators. I've taken many steps to avoid them. Why can't pirates finish the alphabet? They get lost at sea. You're still the first thing I think about when I wake up, and the last thing I think about when I go to bed. Is it my blood curse that's putting you off or just my personality? Be honest. We need to breed insects to be war beasts. So much laundry on my floor it's turning into sedimentary rock. Created an archaeology site and found the fossilized bones of my Nintendo DS Lite. 4chan green text posts start with greater than because the crocodile does not want to eat the posts, thinks they will taste bad. 1 reblog equals 1 microplastic given to babies and animals. Nobody looks good drunk. Henry Cavill. More butch lesbians in media. I'm not asking. Who are the players on those app game ads? Suck so bad. The way they're fricking up that lady's outfits on her prince date. The way they're dumping lava on the man in the dungeon. Who I just can't stand it. Learned that astronauts Markley and Jan Davis married in secret 9 months before their joint flight to the ISS, and didn't tell NASA until it was too late to train replacements. They are the only married couple to have ever flown in space together. My roommate is gay, but I believe we are probably like platonic soulmates because whenever I text him bad day he picks me up a Greek salad and a Five Guys fry, and whenever he texts me bad day I pick him up ribs and cheesecake at BBQ Heaven on MLK Street, and we texted each other bad day at the same time today and came home to each other's food. That's like real love. IMO. Need me a freak like that. TIL that the saxophone was invented only in 1846 by Adolphe Sax. As a child, he survived a 3-story fall, a gunpowder explosion, drinking a bowl of sulfuric water, an ear poisoning due to furniture varnish, and falling into a speeding river. His neighbors called him Little Sax, the ghost. God really did not want the saxophone invented. Cyborg. I can interface with satellites that allow me to perceive and measure countless electric signals and waves flying through space and the atmosphere. I can listen to the sun, live, but sure, let's all freak out because Beast Boy just figured out he can see shrimp colors. Beast Boy, cranky cause you can't see shrimp colors, aren't ya? Any love I made you feel is yours to keep. Sleeps to avoid my problems, wakes up, and my problems are still there. What the frick actually? I'ma be up there like we fellas, you're letting a woman do this to y'all. One day you will sort your life out and will be surrounded by the people you love. Me.
Howdy folks, I hope that you all enjoyed episode 242 of Top Tumblr Memes. If you did, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're able to go the extra mile in supporting myself and supporting the channel, feel free to click the join button next to the subscribe button and become a channel member. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you all for the comments, the responses to the questions of the day, and any and all interaction with the channel. The channel has been growing really steadily, and I greatly appreciate it. It is my goal to get to 14,000 subscribers, so please keep up the work. I really appreciate it. It will be almost a year since Tumblr Reads ended and Common Awards ended, coming up, in December. So it would be awesome to, see that we got 14,000 subscribers from the time that ended in a whole year. So yeah. Today's question of the day is submitted again by Director Doc. And if you have any question of the day suggestions, feel free to put them in the comments. His question is, if a major website, not social media, like Google or Amazon, so like a website like Google or Amazon, were to go down for a day, what do you think would happen? It's a good question. I feel like not much, because people would just use social media. But you let me know in the comments. I can't answer the question of the day for you. But who do I think I am, huh? What am I, all-knowing? No. Let me know in the comments what your answer to the question of the day would be. Keep an eye out for any themed videos. I will try to give you all a heads up before they come out. I hope that you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you. And I'll see you all tomorrow with episode 243 of Top Tumblr Memes. Peace out, guys.